Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to our channel. Why don't you like, share, and subscribe? So recently, the governors of some northern states of Bauchi, Kano, Katsina, and Kebbi decided to shut down schools for the holy month of Ramadan. I think they said they're going to close the school for 5 weeks or thereabouts, you know, and it has generated a lot of response. And to me, I still feel that Nigeria operates like two systems, It looks like the constitution of Nigeria is different and the constitution of core north is different. And sometimes I feel what is making them misbehave is two things. Number one, they have more number of people in the military, which for me need to be balanced according to the six geopolitical zones. And secondly, another thing that makes them misbehave is because they receive Niger Delta money allocation free without doing anything. So they cannot, the leadership there cannot think out of the box and they continue misbehaving. So let me give you statistics of these states before I come and start telling you why Nigeria operates like two countries, one system. And I've mentioned it severally that we are not one. Because the ideologies of northern Nigeria, core northern Nigeria, is different from the ideologies of southern Nigeria. If you even look at it, the middle belt have their own way of thinking. The middle belt of Nigeria has a different, even though they are in the north, they have a different ideology to people in the northern part. So let me even tell you now they even closing down the school. So one civil organization was even saying that if you are going to close schools, don't you even close hospitals and close government facilities, you know? And there were some staggering statistics of these states which closed down school just for the month of Ramadan. On the average, let me give you, according to the MBS Multi-Dimensional Poverty Index, Bauchi State has the highest percentage of children lacking access to education at 54%, followed by Kebbi at 45, Katsina at 38, and Kano at 35. So for me, this is a political shutdown. And now, so private schools, they even insisted that private schools must also shut down. And it's all school, whether the school is a Christian school, and this is why this bringing of Sharia down to Southwest is not going to be progressive for the people of the Southwest. If they mistakenly implement it, their next site of action is in the South and the Southeast. And I think the Southwest people are going to resist them, which is have been really crushed. It's really close. All the noise they're making is just online. But if you allow them, they will come close. So they are even saying on the average, these four states have 44% of children deprived of education in Nigeria. Now you're closing down the school. Are you not seeing that the whole thing doesn't make sense? Then you have Hishbab. I don't know if Hishbab is in the constitution. They are like their own militia. They go about breaking beer, but they want tax from beer, and they go around harassing people. Non-Muslims can be in a hotel. They will go there, disrupt them. We have seen it several times. You see, let me tell you, if I were president of Nigeria, I would stop all this madness. I swear to God. But if I would do it, I would use court order. Let me tell you what happened in America. If you watch all these like Martin Luther type of king, like Selma and the rest, you observe that when the federal government was trying to fight racism, the states refused. The state governments refused. They said, no, we will not implement this all mixed school of white and black. It must be only white. So what did the federal do? They brought in the federal police to guide the people going to the school. I've watched, is it not Selma, the governor of a state where I think Martin Luther wanted to march, was telling the president that he's not going to allow Martin Luther to march. That if Martin Luther march, there will be extreme violence. The president told him, you know what? Because each state is independent according to the laws of America. But the president, I think Johnson, told him that you will see who is greater here. Or do you remember the era of slavery when the southern states refused, that they didn't want the what did they call it? They didn't want slavery to end. The North had to crush them. So you see this thing we are doing in Nigeria. If at all we want Nigeria to grow, the president, which has so much power, must crush these things, either by cutting funds to them or by using force. If the governors want to cause chaos, they will use the constitution and remove him. You can use through the National Assembly. I'm sure some of them have stolen money. You use through EFCC, coerce them so that they impeach the government and remove him, so that the next person coming there knows that the constitution is sacrosanct. How can you say students should not go to school? Now you're saying private schools, all of them must shut down. His bab, I don't even know what that one does. Go there, harass him. Man, we are not one, no. I keep on saying it, we are not one. And what even makes people to misbehave, especially is this Niger Delta money. I was reading into the comment section and somebody said even in Saudi Arabia they don't shut down schools for 5 weeks because of Ramadan. You know, go to the comment section, you see some northern radicals defending it. We are not one. I want to keep on insisting. You see some stupid set of people keep on saying, Nigeria will not be great if we are not one. Must we be great? They are tiny countries, very tiny. That the people like Luxembourg, they have their peace of mind. They don't need to be in the scheme of world things. They have their peace of mind. They have their food. They have their economy, small economy. Countries like Lesotho, even though, let me give you an example, Lesotho is not rich, but there's peace. Nigeria big for nothing, no peace. Everywhere just, confusion. Then you talk about, I don't know why people insist that we must be, I've mentioned it, that let's go regional. We already have 6 regions. Let these 6 regions provide equal number of people in the military. So that this noise that these people make, you will clearly see that the military is full of people from one region. And that's why they misbehave. And most of the generals are from that region. You balance it overnight. And nothing is going to happen, I'm telling you. When you do it, nothing is going to happen. Me, I promise you. Flood the military with equal number of Igbos, equal number of Yorubas, equal number of people from the south, equal number of people from the middle belt. And this noise people make about we owning Nigeria will end. Let me tell you, we need a young president like the president of El Salvador. Somebody that is radical. Why should you be afraid when you have all the power with you there? Let us wake up and do the right thing. We are not one. It's either we go regional or we divide. As far as we are lumped together, I keep on mentioning, whether Yoruba are lumped with Igbo, we cannot grow. Even if we lump the whole south, Yoruba, Igbo, we will not still grow. Superiority claims will enter. Yoruba will say, oh, I'm superior to Igbo. Igbo will say, I'm superior to Yoruba. But the people providing the resources, Niger Delta, which they used to build Lagos and build Abuja and other parts of Nigeria, are just quiet. You understand what I'm saying? So the best thing, let's go. We already have 6 geopolitical, so let's us be 6 regions. And let us do the right thing. And before you even restructure it, the corruption must be ended. You understand? It's part of the whole scheme of things. Let me tell you, if you put a young radical, this Nigeria, it will galvanize the masses and they will do this whole madness in a very short span. I'm not saying it's a one day something. You can do it in 1-2 years, gradually. You just see the Supreme Court, Supreme Court, before you know it, we'll move forward. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. When with this, now a region that has the highest number of out-school children is closing schools for Muslims and Christians. You see, we are not going forward though. Now, country, but that